All right, so we're here for round number 4. It's 4. I figured it out. And we have a keeper where opponent is mulliganing. So our hand's a little slow. We have Ruinous Path for turn 3. Cut is not available for that turn. Our opponent is keeping their 6 and their card on top. But we get to start with the Shambling Vents. It's always nice. Ooh, Lumbering Falls. That might not be good. But having a dress should be nice. Our opponent might be on ramp, so depending on their 2-drop means what our turn 2 play is. If our opponent plays Claw Mystic, I feel like we're priced into duressing, hopefully, the 4-mana ramp spell. We don't have a clock, though, so maybe we can't do that. Alright, we might just be in the same matchup we just were in. But let's see if this thing gets Searing Blazed through a Draconic Roar. Nope. But this Grixis Green deck, ever since the Open, has been pretty popular as well. A Morph. Alright. I feel like I want to... We have the white source, so I think I'm going to just go get... We already have... Oh, we can't get an island. So I'm just going to go get a swamp. I'm going to duress our opponent. Treasure Cruise, Kolaghan's Command, Abzan Charm. Disregard, I guess. What's the best card that they could have? I guess it's Kolaghan's Command because it gets back this Den Protector. And then we'll just crunch for 4. Our opponent can complete disregard this, but does not have access to white for the Abzan Charm, resources for anything else, and this might just be the repopularization of Bring to Light that Joe Lissette played at that tournament. I'm not familiar with every card that's in his deck, but I can guess on a lot of them. But this might be just get red so I can Treasure Cruise, since it can't get white anyway. So our opponent might be Treasure Cruising here. I think we will be crunching for 9 so that we can tick our Gideon down if we want to. Yeah, it needs a blue to be able to do that. So here comes a cruise. We're going to drop our opponent to 5 next turn unless we draw something unbelievably good like an Ojutai or an Obnixilis or Sorin. But alright, we did not, so fire up our land, fire up our Gideon. We are 1 short of a Siege Rhino off of an actual plains. I was going to say a Siege Rhino off of a fetch land would mean we have lethal. So our opponent's going to hold up Abzan Charm, which means we can only crunch with these 2, but there's no green for the Lumbering Falls. Alright, so since we are going to just make a creature, let's make it now, in case our opponent is waiting to kill the Shambling Vents and the Gideon off of a Salumgar's command. Alright, so that's gonna happen. Opponent still has Obs on Charm. Guess I play that land, but I kind of wanted to save in case we get Cold Guns commanded. But these are kind of useless in the matchup. And now our opponent has Lumbering Falls up, which is not good, and an Obs on Charm still. Ooh la la. So this means that we might just have lethal. Double Obs on Charm, I guess, deals with both, and then the Lumbering Falls can drop our Sarn to 1. Oh, didn't have the Obs on Charm, so Stratus Dancer, Strokes, Dispel, Mastery. Seems good enough. I don't want to obliterate even though we could. Ultimate Price is bad. Silk Reps are mediocre. Dress is great. Cuts are great. So what's bad? The Silk Reps don't seem good. They just hit Jaces and Dem Protectors, but not really Dem Protectors. Our opponent will be able to mass removal us, but I don't think that's justification to actually do much. We can maybe just take a land out because the games are going to go long. And I don't want to really flood out, so I could see cutting a land on the draw. I just feel like we're both going to eat a bunch of each other's resources, and we just want to make sure that we draw as well as possible. So what's the worst land? Probably a Caves, even though this is the best Caves. No, Caves has to be too good of a land. It's not a fetch because of their cruises, and they're like we want to hit our mana correctly. So yeah, I guess it's probably a Caves. I never mind cutting a land on the draw. Our opponent Jaces can just get out of control, but at the same time, man, this hand would be so great if we had a Caves of Koilos. Alright, we can keep that. And I don't want a Seeker. It's one of the reasons, like, back when I used to play Seeker a lot, I only played 3 because the second one was always bad. But like maybe that's changed because like standard is so much more heavy on killing creatures, and maybe like with Cold Guns command it's better because sometimes you just want the life gain thing. Alright, so here I don't mind going and getting our island and just playing a Seeker out. Because next turn we're going to play this and set up our Gideon. Is this Cold Guns command and make me discard? Nope. I don't know what this is. A Nissa? Alright, I'm okay with a Nissa. Ooh, that might change what I do with my turn. Let's just see what's going on. Bring to light, Obs on Charm, and Radiant Flames. That's my opponent's hand. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this Bring to Light. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna get my Gideon on. Played the Forest over the Red Source. It's interesting. I think that's just muscle memory of always like keeping information disguised from your opponent, even when they know. Make my 2/2 right away in case of utter end. And then attack with Seeker. So, yeah, that's the one land you don't want to tap. Obs on Charm is going to allow the opponent to draw 2 cards and then have to have a good turn next turn. But, oh, what? Sick beats. Alright, well, I guess our Obs is just going to kill this Nissa. That's really good. Alright, well, I don't think we have a choice. We just have to get this Nissa off the board. Especially because Jace is going to flip. And get to bring to light. I don't know what is going to be brought to light, but I did not see the play of Obs on Charm and Radiant Flames. Maybe I should have. I don't know what I would have done differently. That just sucks. I mean, I have no idea what our opponent's going to go get. Maybe Slumbear's Command, bounce Steam Vents, and kill Ob Nixilis. Then I have to, or not Steam Vents, Shambling Vents. And then if I don't draw White Source, I can't kill the Jace. We are losing control of the game. You know, be a good thing to get right now. A Zergo Helm Smasher. I think all of these decks should play one. Like, how would I beat that card at this point? Like, how? I just couldn't beat that card. But it's like such a crappy card in most situations, but that's pretty good too. I can't beat that card either. Alright, so now our opponent's gonna get a flip. Ugh. Alright, well, let's do what we can do. Play a Jace and kill a Jace. Words that have been spoken in so many formats at so many eras. This is the best filling in standard. I know that there's more powerful things you can do, but flipping a Nissa is just, oh, it feels so good because I'm so helpless. Alright, so, yeah, gonna play an Ashaya. That was so unbelievably good. Wow, was that good. That was downright busted. Alright, well, we've got our opponent top decking with 3 lands. And... Oh, it's not even fair. Not even fair. I'm not going to play around counter spells. I could have, like, duress just to make sure that this stuck, but we might need a Murder's Cut later and maybe one of our other spells later, so I'm just going to keep ticking the Jace up. Why does this keep doing this? Don't yell at me, Cedric. I don't know why this is happening. It just, like, goes away, and I don't know why. I don't know how technology works. I'm sorry. Ugh, that's a good top deck. This is the Kolaghan's Command Dem Protector loop. Yup. So what do they kill, though? What does this Kolaghan's Command do? Yeah, it's really gross. Sure. Don't even know if that's good. Alright, well, I'm going to just cut. Fire up this bad boy. And get in for 9. Dropping our opponent to 3 lives, and seeing if they can get out of this with a Jace in hand. Jace just doesn't seem like the kind of card that you want, because, like, Anissa gets you a creature immediately. Jace just sits there. Kind of just want to duress. See what I'm walking into. It's probably a bad play. If I emblem... Okay. If I think long enough, my opponent will concede. Alright, so that's round 4, and we're going to see if we can get a 4-1 out of this after getting decimated by a deck that looks just one step ahead of us. But, yeah, let's see if we can win the last round.